Pepin, and you're watching CITV.
Welcome to the Plymouth Whitemarsh homecoming football game. Here we have the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials hosting the Quakertown Quakers. Now the Colonials coming into this game are 1-6, where the Quakers are 6-2. So this is going to be a big match, and we're going to see if the Colonials can match the Quakers.
And by the way, this is the homecoming game, and this game is a pink out to support breast cancer awareness.
Now the Colonials won the toss and opted to defer, so the Quakers will receive the ball first. They're running out onto the field, and the Colonials are set to kick.
Patrick deep for the Panthers.
All right, Matt Fugit is back to return. Oh, it's an onside kick. The Colonials look like they got it. That looks like a successful onside kick attempt for the Colonials to start the game, so they will receive the ball.
That is a very unexpected turn of events. And Colonials seem to have the ball.
All right. The Colonials have it on the Quakers 46, and it'll be 1st and 10 from there.
And it is Larry McLaughlin as the QB. Number 1 at 5'11" and 155 pounds in 10th grade.
All right, so to start the game, the crowd seems very into it, which could be a factor in the Colonials' success if they have the crowd to rally behind them. And there looks like there's a stoppage already. Delay of game on the Colonials to start the game, which is very odd. So they'll back it up to their own 49. All right, let's see what the Colonials do now with a 1st and 15.
And there seems to be a false start.
The Colonials are going to need to improve their pre-snaps already if they've already had 2 penalties before the first snap of the game. This could be a problem, so we'll keep checking in on it as the game goes on. So it is now 1st and 20 from their own 44.
It seems to be a run. Oh, and a flea flicker.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at this. This looks like a big game.
And he
There was a pass
30.
all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Quakers.
That was Michael Irons rep Iron O'Reilly with the reception. And the lineup for 1st and 10.
Alright, so the Colonials now have 2nd and 8 on the Panthers' 28-yard line after a 2-yard run. The Colonials take the snap and hand it off to running back, who looks like he got about 6 yards. It should be about 3rd and 3.
Carried by Bell.
Correction, it is 3rd and 4. And the student motion in the backfield. And it's a run.
And it's a quarterback run. He got the first down all the way down to 15 yards, and the Colonials moved the chains.
Hold on the tackle.
And for anyone just tuning in, it is 1st and 10. With 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
All right, they rush up to the line.
Motion in the backfield. There's a fake handoff. The quarterback has it.
Ooh, and
And
he's
he's
not
sacked
going to
behind
get
the
that. He got sacked about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It is 2nd and 16. That was a 6-yard loss. And the PW runs up to the line. Motion in the backfield. As they run, and he keeps going, and he gets down to around the 10-yard line.
All right, that was a nice rush for, looks like to be about 8 yards, so it's 3rd and about 4.
Correction, that the
All right, it's now 3rd and 3 on the 12-yard line with the first down coming at the 9. So they're now inside the red zone, so let's see if the Colonials will be able to convert here into 6.
quarterback under center, motion in the backfield.
Oh,
And
and
the
it's a
quarterback has it. He's running.
Oh, he's down to the 5 and in for the touchdown. Touchdown Colonials with a design quarterback run. And the Colonials take an early lead with only 8 minutes left here. 6-0. All right, they line up for the extra point.
Time for the extra point.
Snap, hold, kick.
And it is good.
And it's good. 7-0 Colonials to start this game after the onside kick.
Score is now 7-0.
All right, so that was a nice quick score by the Colonials. Looks like they've got it going early offensively. Let's see if the Panthers can respond here.
So he's a wildcat back. Gotcha. And then Larry's, when they want to throw the ball, Larry will be the quarterback if they get into like an obvious pass situation. So, but he had a nice juke. Yeah, he can run the ball. There's no doubt about it. It's a good start. Good start. Dante is the senior. Larry's the sophomore.
All right, and once again, the Colonials come out here to kick it off.
Line up to receive. kick.
Oh, but it looks like the Panthers have recovered this time, so they will get it at their own 47.
47-yard line.
Ball down on the 47-yard line.
Quarterback. Do we know the quarterback? Or, do we know the quarterback for the other team?
I don't know.
Do we know the quarterback for the other team?
Yeah, Brad Bryan. All right, so Brad Bryan is the starting quarterback for the Panthers here. Let's see if he can get their offense going in a response to the Colonials' early touchdown.
Football is a big game. Anything can happen. And it seems to be a run. And he gets tackled around the 51-yard line.
That was a three.
So that's his number.
That was a 3-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
Garcia and Bell on the tackle.
I said 51-yard line. That's stupid. I said 51-yard line. Oh, really stupid. Quarterback in the shotgun.
Steps
Throws
back to
it,
pass,
and
and it's incomplete.
Apparently, number 10.
That was aimed for Tim Shelvin, number 10 on the Panthers, but that fell incomplete.
Ryan's pass incomplete.
So 3rd and 6 on their 49.
Let's see if they can convert here earlier if the Colonials have forced an early 3rd and out. The Colonials bring some pressure, and it's caught, but
And
not
he's
for
stopped
much. He
behind
gains
the
a
line.
yard, maybe 2, so it'll be 4th down.
And I think the punt team's coming on to kick. Yes, the punt team's coming on to kick off the ball.
Pass is complete with a tackle by Little Kurkowski.
Who's the punter? I don't know the punter.
Fourth down and 9.
All right. And here's the punt from number 14.
Deontay Wilson is returning the punt. But
Ooh,
it
but
seems he
the
let it go, and the Panthers picked it up at the 5-yard line.
Panthers downs it at the Colonials' own 5-yard line, so they'll have a long field to work with. Let's see if they can keep that rhythm they had going earlier.
And the fans seem to be really pumped about this game so far, considering what's been going on.
All right, and it looks to be a run. Oh, he fumbled. It looks like he fumbled at the end of the run. Now, he may have been down, but it looks like the Colonials recovered either way.
2nd and 10 on the 5.
Ball recovered by the Colonials.
Both teams seem to be huddled.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Motion in the backfield.
Quarterback takes it himself, but he will not get much. He might have even lost a yard or 2 there.
Deontay Wilson on the carry. Tackle by
Now, I hope the Colonials can get something going here on 3rd down. Otherwise, it would be a real momentum killer to go 3 and out after the early touchdown.
So far, they've converted their 3rd downs in this game, but let's see if they can keep that streak going.
All right, drops
There's
back
a
to
pass.
pass.
And
Ooh,
it's
and incomplete.
And the punt team seems to be coming onto the field. 10. Number 10. Number 10.
Longo will kick for the Colonials.
Longo is the punter. Longo is the punter.
All right. It looks looks like the punter is all the way in the back of their own end zone. So we'll see how far he can get this punt, but it looks like the Panthers are going to have a great field position here. All right, here's the snap and the punt. Ooh, not a very good punt. So it looks like the Panthers will get it on the Colonials' 25-yard line. Great field position, almost in the red zone to start. It's the Panthers.
You have the punt.
Oh, no. I do.
I have both those. And the quarterback's under center. Seems to be a run, a pitch to the outside. Running back broke a tackle, and he's going through. And he's tackled at around the...
It looks like it's behind the line of scrimmage, so that'll be counted as a sack.
Along with Diana Relly.
Second and 10 on the 24-yard line.
Correction, it looks to be 2nd and 13 here.
Last on the play. 2nd and 13.
Let's see if the Panthers here can get something going after their first
They're in
drive
good
stall.
field position. There's a handoff, and he's running down the middle. He broke a tackle, and he's down at the 25-yard line.
Looks to have gotten back to about the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
3rd and 13. 3rd and 11, sorry.
Tackle.
Make up the most accurate information.
All right, the quarterback takes the snap. Ooh, but heavy pressure from the Colonials. He escapes, but
And
no,
he's sacked
he goes
behind
down
the line.
after initially getting out of the blitz by the Colonials. He is then tackled. So it'll be 4th down. And, you know, this is a missed opportunity here. The Panthers were given great field position. They couldn't capitalize.
I'm going to need you to speak a little louder. I cannot hear a word you're saying. I can't hear a word you're saying. What? Problem is that I can't back you up if I don't know what you're saying. And it's punt. And it's not a very deep punt. Out and around.
Looks like he shanked that, and so the Colonials will now get it at about their own 18.
Ball takes out around to about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Colonials.
18 or 17. Looks like the 18.
Quarterback shotgun position.
All
And
right,
there's a handoff to the running back.
handoff.
And he gets tackled around the 20-yard line.
So a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards, but at least it's something, positive yardage. So it'll be about 2nd and 8, and let's see what the Colonials do here. You know, during the first drive, they really had the Panthers on their heels as they drove down the field. So let's see if they can get that momentum going again.
Quarterback in shotgun position. Motion in the backfield.
And
The
it's
quarterback has the ball. He's running and he's stopped around the 28-yard line.
about a yard short of the first down. So let's see if the Colonials can convert here on 3rd and short.
33-yard line.
First down for the Colonials. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Oh, correction. It looks like they got the first down there, so it'll be a fresh 1st and 10 for the Colonials.
Like this. Let's restart it. Well, he went like this. I started the clock, but then he went like this.
You're right. When he does that,
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
They keep pushing the quarterback because of the different plays.
All
and
right.
there's a run,
A
and
little
then
flea
there's a flea
flicker and a
flicker.
pass. Oh, but
Oh,
the
it's
receiver
incomplete.
dropped it. He had it in his hands and just slipped through. So that'll be an incomplete and 2nd and 10.
Hook and the lateral.
Naturally on the half.
If you're like a half a second late, don't worry about it.
He threw me off.
Yeah.
2 seconds later, going like that.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're a half a second late, don't worry about it. That helps us.
All right, Dante Wilson takes the snap and another quarterback run. And he got a lot there. He got very close to the first down marker.
That's on the 39.
All right, looks like they marked him with it, and they'll move the chains again. The crowd seems to still be into this game, which could play a factor later on. So now the Colonials have gotten a couple first downs. Do we think they can continue to drive down the field, or do we think they'll stall again?
Repeat the question, please. Repeat the question.
So now that the Colonials have converted a couple times, do we think they'll be able to continue this momentum and score like they did earlier, or do you think they're going to stall?
I mean, football is a big game of change. It all depends on how the defense reacts to their play. So it depends on the situation.
Tackle by Fresh.
All right, 2nd and 9 here.
With 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the first quarter.
Motion in the
Quarterback on the
backfield.
shotgun.
Wilson takes the snap and runs it himself. Looks like he only got a couple though, so it'll be 3rd and long for the Colonials. Let's see if they can convert here.
Tackle by Owner. Third down. 8.
.24 seconds left in the first quarter. QB in shotgun position. Motion in the backfield. It is a run for the QB.
Oh,
he's
and
getting
he
far.
got the first down. He took a hard hit though from the Panthers. But it looks like it'll be first down in the Panthers' 47-yard line, and the Colonials move back into Panthers territory here.
12.5 seconds left in the first quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it is 7-0. Colonials.
Oh, but the clock is running, so it looks like time will expire here, and they will not get a snap off before the second quarter. And that's the end of the first quarter. Now
At this rate, who do you think is going to win this game so far?
You know, I think the Colonials have surged the momentum far, but I think the Panthers still have something in them. Their first 2 offensive drives haven't really gone anywhere. But again, it's still very early. We'll see if they can get something else going in the final 3 remaining quarters.
And like I said before, it's a big game of change. Take the last year's Super Bowl, for example. Patriots were down, they came back and won. It all depends on the situations.
Agreed. The Panthers definitely have to stay mentally tough here, though, after they gave up an early touchdown and the Colonials are driving again. All right, so if I'm the Panthers head coach, what am I saying to them here in this timeout?
Repeat the question, please.
If I'm the Panthers head coach, what am I saying to them here in this timeout?
You got to play better defense. They're eating you alive. They were. Yeah, they're. You got to play better defense if you want to compete with PW right now. And let everyone know that the Panthers are 6-2. No, 2-6, and oh, sorry, they are 6-2, and PW is 1-7. QB in shotgun position, motion in the backfield, and it is a run.
Ooh, and he's still going down
And he's
to
still
the
going.
20-yard
And he
line.
gets down around
That was a big
the
gain for the
28-yard
Colonials
line.
running back.
That's Bell. Alex Bell.
Off
First
the
and
fake
10.
of the quarterback, the running back took the handoff and raced all the way down to the 20-yard line before the Panthers
That
finally
run was
caught
from
him.
Kirk Bell,
Tackled by Cooley.
number 21.
If you know something like about if it's like a punt returner, can you tell us who it is? If you know who the punt returner is in PWHS, like tell us so we know. Because like I have to keep looking at the numbers and then but it might look hard. And you know.
Bell is 21. Bell, so just Bell.
All right, 1st and 10 here at the 28-yard line of the Panthers. Wilson takes the snap.
And
Over
there appears to be a flag on the field.
And yeah, he's like the slot.
And
False
it's false
start.
start again on the Colonials. After after the first snap disaster, the Colonials have stayed penalty free. But now again on the first snap here in the second quarter, it's back to it. So let's see if they can keep it clean. So it's now 1st and 15 at the 33.
He's over there by Oklahoma. Like one of those passing leagues, off-touch leagues. Got it.
Wilson takes the snap and hands it off to Bell again. And it looks like he got back to the initial yard of scrimmage, so it'll be second and 10. Ooh, there's one Colonial a little bit slow to get up.
And there is a player down.
Trainers are coming out to get him.
Do we know who it is?
Colonial on the field.
Ooh, this looks to be serious. He's just lying on the ground.
At this moment, we do not know who's down right now. We will get back to you shortly on who is down.
Alright, seems to be sitting out. This could be a positive sign, but we still do not know how serious this injury is.
And he seems to be walking off the field.
That's George Rashino.
George Rashino is the player injured, and he's walking off the field without help, so that should be a good sign for the Colonials.
He is number 33.
They use him a lot as a rhino back. Yeah, he'll tough it out. This is his last game. He'll come back. He's
What?
a senior.
Alright,
Why is it his last game?
and Rashino is a senior, so hopefully he can tough it out and make it back onto the field for his last ever game here. The Colonials come up to the line of scrimmage.
QB is in shotgun position and has a handoff.
Oh no, it's a fake.
Oh,
it's
no,
a
it's a
quarterback
QB
run. He
QB
bounces
sneak.
it to the outside and gets it
And he
down
runs
to
out of
about
bounds.
the 25. Nice run by the quarterback, who managed to evade a couple tacklers before finally being pushed out of bounds.
Taken out of bounds by number 21, Michael Kevin.
Alright, the Colonials are getting back to the huddle, making some substitutions. And it's now 3rd and 7, so hopefully they can convert here. Alright, Wilson takes the snap and hands it off to Bell, who got the first down. 1st and 10 Colonials, and they are now inside the red zone.
That was Kirk Bell on the carry.
Oh, correction. It seems to be 4th and short within 1. And it looks like the Colonials are going to go for it. So we'll see if they get the conversion here on 4th down.
We blow it in.
The they step up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, no, it looks like Larry McLaughlin is in at QB, maybe for a sneak here. Oh, no, a handoff to Bell. And did, waiting for a signal from the refs. No signal yet.
That was Larry McLaughlin. Larry McLaughlin was number 1. He said he wasn't.
Oh, and they did not get it, so the Panthers will take over on downs.
It didn't look good.
Panthers will take over on downs here at their own 19.
They're on their own 19.
Nice defensive stop by the Panthers after the Colonials drove down the field.
Going hard count. If it goes to 1 second, call timeout. Oh, God, we weren't ready. Our defense was not set.
All right, the Panthers took a rush there for about 6 yards, but it didn't seem the Colonial defense was set up, so they may have caught them off guard a little bit. And they're getting back into the huddle here, so hopefully the Colonials will be better prepared for this next play.
They're 2nd and 3 on the 26-yard line.
Ooh, and a Colonial
There's
looks
a
like he
flag
may
on
have
the
jumped
play.
off sides there.
That's a first down. Ball's going to go to
Offside,
the
Colonial.
31.
First down.
And we are correct. There is an offsides on Colonial.
So that'll
Which
be
will
a
put them at
first down
and
for
10
the
on their
Panthers.
31.
Again, the pre-snap penalties here for the Colonials keep piling up. This is the 4th one already. Oh, and a big run there.
Mike Iannarelli on the tackle. Number 20.
That was Michael Terra on the run.
With Mike
And it's another 1st and 10. He moves the chains there. So the Panthers now have a first down on their own 43.
First down and 43.
All right, quick
And there's a run
snap
up the
again to
middle.
the running back. Up the middle, and he looks to have gained about 3 yards there.
Tackled by a host of Colonials.
The Panthers seem to be rushing their offense, and Colonials seem to not be set when they run their play.
All right, the Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage to take the snap here on 2nd and 6.
The QB's in the shotgun, but this is the first time we're seeing this today.
Oh,
And
and
there should be a
another
flag on the
pre-snap
play.
penalty.
Second and 11.
However, this one seems to be on the Panthers. It was a false start, so they'll back it up, and it'll now be 2nd and 11.
We should figure out who's going to talk, because I keep talking when you're talking. I'll talk at the end. Every other play will go.
QB under center. Motion in the backfield. And the QB still has it. And it seems to be a
Action,
throw.
and it's-
Oh,
but there's a
fumble!
fumble, and the Colonials
They have
recovered
it.
it, and they're now returning it, and they returned it all the way back to the Panthers' 38-yard line. And just when the Panthers are starting to get some momentum on offense, they turn the ball over.
I'm not so sure he actually had possession of the ball. But it's on break.
So the Colonials will take over here on the Panthers' 47-yard line after the turnover by the Panthers.
Yeah, he has to take 2 steps, and I don't think he got that. He got popped pretty quick.
You know, the Panthers' defense now has to step up because all the momentum is going the Colonials' way after the 2 good drives and the turnover. Panthers need to stay mentally tough here and get themselves into this game.
There's a flag on the play.
Pre-snap penalty.
But
They're letting the play go on, but it looks as if it's false start.
Dante on a keeper.
Let's see what the call is.
I'm going to say they were in the neutral zone because I didn't see anybody moving.
All right, the refs seem to be discussing the call, so perhaps there was not a false start. Oh,
They're waving
no
off the call.
penalty. So the keeper, right, the Colonial quarterback will stand, and the Colonials now have it 1st and 10 on the 29.
Colonials first down.
And for those of us who are just tuning in, it is 7-0 Colonials.
And a handoff to the back.
That was Bell on the carry.
But he didn't seem to get anything, maybe a yard.
Tackle by Morano. That's Julie.
Do you think the Colonial is overpowering in this game so far?
I do. I think they have all the momentum going their way. You know, the Panther offense really wasn't doing anything the first couple drives. On that last drive, they had it going, but then they just gave the momentum right back to the Colonials with that turnover. So unless they get a stop on defense, the Colonials are just going to ride this momentum through halftime. There's 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
I definitely agree.
27.
And to think the Panthers came in here 6-2, they were projected to win this game, but you can never, you don't always have to rely on the projections.
All right, the Colonials took a timeout here, just under 7 minutes remaining, and they're going to see if they can follow up their early score with another one here. Now the quarterback here for the Colonials seems to be doing well so far. He's had a couple good runs. He's completed a couple passes. What do you think?
I think he's doing good, but they keep changing the quarterback, so it's kind of hard to follow who's doing what. Like, number 10 is the running quarterback, Dante Wilson, and Larry McLaughlin is the throwing quarterback. So it's kind of hard to follow what's going on, but I think both of them are doing pretty well.
I agree. I mean, McLaughlin only came in for a couple plays on the last drive, so it has been Wilson for the majority of it. But we'll see who continues to play here. All right, out of the timeout, the Colonials are running back onto the field to take the snap. Let's see what they conjured up here in the timeout and if they convert this drive into points here. A lot of motion by the Panthers here pre-snap, almost as if they're trying to upset the offensive line and get another false start. Wilson takes a snap and another run to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown on the run by Wilson on the quarterback run.
And it's Dante Wilson on the quarterback run.
Touchdown Colonials, and it's now 13-0, extra point to come. That was a great run by the quarterback. He really took it out. He dodged a couple defenders, and he just made his way into the end zone, and that's what good quarterbacks do.
They're like very vanilla. They're supposed to be good. They're the 9 seed right now.
No, I definitely think that PW is overpowering in this game over the Panthers. But it all depends. That could change in a blink of an eye.
All right, the extra point here.
And it is
And
good.
it's good.
And there seems to be a flag on the play, though.
Oh, but there
I said that already.
seems to be a flag on the extra point, though, so there may be a re-kick here.
How do you get out of a live video like that right here? What? How do you get out of a live video right here? I can't figure out how to do that.
End it. You're good. All right, and the kick is good after the refs' discussion. So the extra point will stand and is 14-0 Colonials with a little under 7 minutes remaining.
Go onside again. Might as well. Yeah. Perfect opportunity.
All right, and the crowd here seems very into the game. It is the homecoming game here for the Colonials. The crowd seems into it. The band is into it. The cheerleaders have it going. All the momentum seems to be in PW's direction so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, man. Kick the dog while he's down.
All right, and the Colonial players seem to be hyping up the crowd here. They seem to be enjoying this game, especially here on senior night.
And I may remind you, this game is a pink out to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
They did it in the end zone, too. And they get the ball on the 25.
All right, the Colonials will kick here from the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Will it be another onside kick? Who knows? They've done 2 so far.
All I know is they're not kicking out of bounds.
Oh, and another onside kick.
He got it.
And the Colonials recover it again.
Colonials recovered it.
That is 2 onside kicks recovered by the Colonials here just in the first half.
And the kicker is Stephen Longo.
The Colonials will take over again on the Panthers' 32-yard line. Once again, the Panthers just can't seem to get anything going here in this game.
I think it was, that's the kicker. That's Longo.
Is that Steven?
Yeah.
Stephen Longo.
All right, and just like that, the Colonial offense has the ball again. Wilson set here to take the ball. The Panthers defense signaling almost as if they're not in the right positions, and the Colonials may have caught them off guard here with another quarterback run. Didn't seem to get much, right around the initial line of scrimmage. The offense, though, is definitely keeping the Panthers on their toes here. They're running all over the field.
And the crowd seems definitely supportive of what's going on in the game. They seem to be so pumped, and they seem to be having a great time.
The Panthers defense definitely has to start paying attention to the quarterback after his. And he must have had. He has many yards here on his rushes. He had a 25-yard rushing touchdown, so they definitely keep it. They should.
I actually think that the quarterback, which is Dante Wilson right now, actually has the most rushing yards in the entire team.
I would agree. Oh, but he looks to be brought down here in the backfield.
It
Heavy
is a sack.
pressure brought by the Panthers.
Dedicate your safety to the spy until they start throwing the ball.
Now, if the Panthers keep doing that,
And the Colonials really haven't passed here in the first half. It's, a majority of it is either a handoff to Bell or a run by Wilson himself. So we'll see if the Colonials mix it up. But as the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Colonials have 2 early touchdowns here.
and for anyone just tuning in, it is 14-0 Colonials. Sorry, I have to keep saying that to it.
Oh no, and the quarterback wasn't ready for the snap. He fumbled the ball, but it looks as if he got it right back. He was not looking in the direction of the ball when he snapped it. Not exactly sure what happened there, but thankfully they got it back.
3rd and 13.
Fourth down now,
Yeah.
Oh, 4th and 13 now.
That hit him square in the face mask.
All right,
And
so Stephen Longo will come out again to punt. And unfortunately, the Colonials are not able to capitalize on the recovered onside kick, so they will punt here back to the Panthers. And again, the Panthers don't seem ready. They're running back. The punt returner is.
Why is he inside the 10? Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to have your heels in the 10-yard line, knucklehead.
Ooh, and a big punt by the Colonials. Oh, and the punt returner fumbled.
And he keeps going down the field. And there's a penalty flag thrown on the field, though.
25-30. Oh, wow, big return here. All the way back to the 42
But
by
there
the
was a
return.
flag back down.
And that return was Michael Terra on the Panthers. Big return there, 40-yard return.
But
That
there
could
seems to be a flag on the play. Right where he got the ball. Let's see what happens.
So it's just going to be 15, but they're going to get possession of the ball.
Do we know what that was?
All right, and the penalty is against the Panthers. What a bummer. That was a great return, the first real good play they've had this game so far. This could be another momentum killer for them.
It really could.
All right, so the Panthers will now back it up. All the way, it looks like, to their own.
To the 20-yard line.
First down for the Colonials.
Oh, just kidding. After that penalty, they gave the ball. the penalty was roughing the kicker, so they gave the ball back to the Colonials here. So now the Colonials rehab the ball just outside the red zone on the Panthers 23, and that negates that big return by the punt.
We can all agree that was a good punt by Stephen Longo.
It was a great punt, but it was an even better return. But they negated it. They need to stop hurting themselves here.
And it was sacked behind the line. That was Dante Wilson.
Wilson was brought down by number 74, Ashton Hurd, with the sack there. And it'll now be second down.
Second and 16.
They have the ball, like they're eating up all the time.
The Colonials are really dominating time of possession here in the first
They
half.
have the ball.
4.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Quakertown's offense has hardly been on the field.
Quakertown offense has rarely been on the field this game because of all the onside kicks that PW has had. What do you think?
I mean, I really just think that the Panthers are hurting themselves. They really should have recovered those onside kicks. They should have caught the ball, and they just hurt themselves on that punt return.
You know
They
what?
would have given themselves great field position, almost at midfield, but unfortunately they shot themselves in the foot again by getting that roughing the kicker call.
I do think that they should probably prepare for the onside kick and leave one guy in the backfield to return the kick in case they do not do an onside kick, because they're not ready for the onside kicks, and that seems to be hurting them.
Definitely. I mean, the Colonials have gone onside 3 times this game, and they've recovered 2 of them. I mean, the Panthers really need to be ready here. All right, so it's now 2nd and 15. The Colonials have it on their own 28. Let's see what they can do here.
Not on their own 28. And there's Dante Wilson as the QB for this one. Wilson in the backfield.
Wilson takes the snap.
And it is a run by Wilson.
Wilson on the carry.
Doesn't seem to get much, probably about 2 or 3 yards. So it'll be about 3rd and 11 here.
Tackle by Morano. Clock. Third down, 13 for the Colonials.
3rd and 14 for the Colonials, and they're on the 27-yard line.
Gonna take another timeout.
And another timeout here by the Colonials.
At this rate, Colonial is gonna beat the Panthers by a ton. It's gonna be really big. The point total is gonna be really big. How do you think the Panthers can overcome this obstacle?
Well, I really think they need to stay mentally tough. I mean, they had that one drive. They just had a great kick return again, negated. But I think if they just stay mentally tough, they can come here in the second half and just do great and outperform the Colonials in the second half. I mean, they're a winning team, so they know what it's like to win. They just need to get back into the right mindset.
I completely agree. And for anyone who's just tuning in, it is 14-0 Colonial. On the 20, and the Colonial has it on the 27-yard line.
Just under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. The Colonials are going to try and score here again before half.
Let's see if they can succeed. And it looks like Dante Wilson is out as the QB.
They might have Tenzin, so that's Mike.
Oh, they're sending Wilson out as a wideout. Oh,
And
it's
it's
a
a
pass
long
here.
ball.
That was a bullet fired to the
Oh,
end zone.
and it was incomplete.
Just a yard in front of the receiver. That could have been it was a great throw, just a little bit too far for the receiver.
And it is now 4th and 14. Let's see if they go for the field goal.
That's Justin Green.
And again, as many good things the Colonials have done here, their drives have stalled in Panthers territory multiple times now. So hopefully at halftime they can clean that up and come back in the second half.
Almost positive that's Justin. Is that Justin Green? 18?
I mean, like, Panthers have to have the right mindset when they're going into this. They can't get
And that
themselves
was
down.
Stephen Massley who came in for the throw there.
The Panthers can't get down on themselves because, like,
Looks
if
like
they get
Wilson is back under center here, though, and they seem to be going for it on 4th down.
Nice
14.
play.
Oh, and the handoff again, and he looks to have converted. 4th and 14, and they converted. Bushido there on the run again. That was a great run by the running back.
Nice gap. Good blocking.
And the Colonials now have it at the Panther 10-yard line.
I like that play.
that was a nice job by the offensive line.
First down for the Colonials.
If you say anything, I'm gonna repeat it.
Line.
Feed your lines, right?
Yeah, we're feeding lines.
And the clock continues to tick. Now, if you're the Colonials here, you almost want to take your time so that you don't leave the Panthers too much time before halftime here.
Because, as you might recall, the Colonial did defer, so which means that they will get the ball back after half.
Oh, and a great run by the quarterback.
Dante Wilson
down
stopped
to about the 2-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 1.
Pitch might have been there for the corner, though. That's right.
That's all right. You don't want to mess around.
Everyone seems to be so pumped about this
Ball in the
game.
carpet.
It's a great game for PW.
On the tackle. Second and 1.
It's 2nd and 1.
Started the clock a little early. Let's see.
All right. Well, it looks like they brought McLaughlin in here, but they still hand it off to Bell. Waiting for a signal from the ref. Close to the 1st down marker, but they don't appear to be giving it to him. So it'll be 3rd down and short.
3rd and inches.
Now, if you're the Colonials, you have to appear that you have 2 downs here to get the yard. I imagine they'd go for it on 4th and 1.
Measure it.
And if they don't get it, they put Panthers in awful field position, which means that they can have a safety really fast.
Bell on the carry.
All right, and they're coming out to measure to see whether or not Bell got the 1st down here.
You can hear me clearly, right? Everything's clear, right? Okay. Making sure everything was clear.
2 inches.
Short.
Yeah.
And he is
All right,
short.
the refs sustain their call, and it'll be 3rd and short here for the Colonials. Let's see if they can convert.
Let's say 3rd down or 2nd down. It's 3rd down, right?
Third
And
and like,
Larry McLaughlin seems to be the QB in the field.
3rd and inches. Come on, boys, let's get
And
the score.
Dante Wilson seems to be a receiver. He seems to be playing a big role in the PW offense. Dante Wilson out wide. Larry McLaughlin under center.
He takes
And
his
it's
snap
a
and hands it
handoff.
off to Bell, but it does not look like he got it there.
he lost like a
He's
foot.
not going to get it.
He looks like he might have even lost some yardage, so it'll be 4th down. Let's see if the Colonials go for it here.
If I were them, I'd go for it because if you don't make it, at least you're putting the Panthers in awful field position.
4th and 1 on the 1.
Yeah.
If I were the offense, I'd be throwing the
Oh,
ball.
they might have to measure it again.
And it's 4th and 1, and you haven't been able to get those 2 inches. Let Stevie Longo kick the field goal.
All right, and it looks like they're going to measure it again. And the measurement sticks are coming out again to see if he got it.
Try to bury these guys.
But if you're the Colonials here, I mean, if they don't get it and they don't get it on 4th down, that's got to be an area of
2 yard,
concern when they fail to pick up 1 yard in 3
Everybody
tries.
in their offense is in the end zone. If they have to
Well,
go
they're
in
trying to do something that the defense can account for because the defense is looking for the run, and what they're doing is running the ball. They should be focusing on not running the ball and focusing on throwing the ball because that's what the defense is expecting a run. Sorry.
All right, it's 4th and inches. call was upheld. So let's see what the Colonials do here on 4th down. Their offense appears to be on the field, so they will be going for it here. Let's see if they can pick up these inches on 4th and 1.
I sit down, but I can't see over the thing. So I'm like, I don't like it. And Dante Wilson seems to be a receiver out on the left side.
If he's going to get the first down, he won't
Ooh,
have a
it's
touchdown.
close. It's close.
McLaughlin on the carry.
He doesn't appear to have gotten it at first, but on that last lunge,
She got this one. That last one.
He appears
it
to have
appears he
got
got it, but the ref's still no signal.
One more measurement.
I don't think he got the touchdown, but I do think he got the first down. But it all
Agreed. He
depends.
definitely didn't make it into the end zone, but he didn't need to for the first down.
When's the last time you've seen that? 3 measurements in a row.
All right, and the measurements are going to come out again. This is the 3rd down.
I've
Let's see
never
if he
seen
got
this
it. If
many
not, it's-
measurements in one drive.
If he didn't get it here, it's a turnover on downs, though, so let's see.
But that puts Panthers in bad field position.
Just getting your Fitbit filled. Oh, I got my steps in tonight.
Paid by the call.
Oh, that's close. No!
And here's the measurement. The Colonials got the first down, so it'll be first and goal from the
measuring
2-foot
team seems to
line.
getting their steps
At
in.
least 3 more measurements.
All right, first and goal here from just outside the end zone. Let's see if the Colonials can punch it in for the 3rd time in the first half. Just under 2 minutes remaining.
And it is Larry McLaughlin as the QB for this play. And Dante Wilson's outside. Outside.
Ball last 3 times with 20 seconds on the clock. And they're going to do it again. Pound it up the middle. Now
All right, the play clock runs, but the Colonials appear to be snapping it right away. Might not be a smart decision.
And they
And here's the touchdown by the running back Bell.
They could have knocked this down. Look at it.
Now it is 20-0 PW.
That's the 3rd touchdown of the night for the Colonials, and it's 20-0 PAT to come. However, the Colonials could have drained off so much more time there. For a bunch of snaps there within the red zone, they did not take a lot of time off the play clock. So now, if the Panthers could, they could. There's a minute
Now,
and 43
according
seconds
to
left. The Panthers still have an opportunity to score.
Now,
here.
Stephen,
Longo's on for the PAT. Snap, hold. Oh, but there's a flag
and there's
before
a flag
the
on the
snap.
play.
Flags on the floor.
If it isn't offsides, I think they're going to decline the play.
The refs appear to be discussing who the flag is on.
It's so weird being up here. I've never been up here. It's like I'm so used to talking to my friends. This is like I'm never following the game.
I don't know. Can't see his face.
And for those of us who are just tuning in, it is 20-0 with a flag on the extra point, with 1 minute and 43 seconds left in the half. Oh crap!
Flag is still on the ground.
You introduce those, and I'll introduce these. He just heard my whisper.
There seems to be a hold up here before they can re-kick the extra point.
It's not halftime yet. Wait till halftime. And they retake the extra point, and it's blocked.
Blocked extra point, so it'll remain 20-0 Colonials after the blocked extra point.
This could be a big turning point for the Panthers.
Was there a flag? I just saying the guy was right there.
And the receiving team is on for the kick. And they seem to be ready for the onside kick. Let's see if they do it.
All right, Longo here set to kick off from the 40-yard line. Let's see if they go onside or not. If they do, will the Panthers be ready for it this time?
Their field position indicates that they will be ready for the onside kick. Let's see if they kick it down.
Absolutely. I wouldn't go onside here if I were the Colonials. No need to give the Panthers any momentum. And they don't. They kick it off back. Oh, and the returner fumbled it, but he seems to have picked it up and is then brought down at his own 20-yard line. Smart choice by the Colonials not to go onside. There's no reason to give the Panthers any momentum here heading into halftime. So the Panthers will take over on their own 20-yard line with 1:36 left until half. Brian takes the snap here for the Panthers
and
fakes the handoff and takes it himself, looking downfield to pass.
And he throws it, and it is incomplete, out of bounds.
Just threw that one away. Smart choice there, seeing as there really weren't any open receivers downfield.
I'm yelling. I can't see over, but.
All right, the Panthers take the snap here on 2nd and 10. The quarterback again rolls out to his left. Oh, and this time the pass is completed to number 8, Kyle Tooley, for a pickup of about 3 yards.
Tooley on the reception. First down.
I'm just kidding, that was for a first down. First and 10 here on their own 38 for the Panthers. Brian takes the snap and hands it off. And the back will pick up about 5 yards here. A good run.
Martino on the tackle. Patrick on the carry.
All right, the Panthers here in hurry up, seeing as there's less than a minute remaining until halftime. Brian rolls out to his right
And throws it
and connects with his receiver, number 10, Tim Shevlin. And that again moves the chains.
The Panthers seem to having a good momentum here right now.
I agree. However, with only 51 seconds remaining until halftime, is there enough time left to score before halftime? And if not, how will that affect their momentum heading into halftime?
I wanted to sit, but I wanted to be able to see.
All right, the Panthers have 1st and 10 here on the Colonials 45.
I think they're going to go long here.
Brian rolls out to his left and connects with his receiver to Joe Locke.
Number 84.
Tackle by Martino.
They got 2 timeouts. How come they're not using them? There goes one of them.
All right, and the Panthers will call a timeout here to stop the clock with 32 seconds remaining.
At this rate, the Panthers seem to be having a good momentum because of, considering what they've been doing before, this is pretty good for them. How do you think about this?
Well, I think the Panthers have been taking too much time here. I mean, they just wasted 20 seconds on one play, so they need to either throw it to the sidelines or be ready to call that timeout right away. I mean, they only have 1 remaining now, so they will likely want to save it. Let's see if the Colonials defense here can make a stand before halftime.
They're going to tell us to put time back on the clock.
And the Panthers will come back onto the field. Their QB in shotgun.
Change to 39 seconds. 39 seconds.
Yes, you just do it right.
Right, there's hesitation as we are waiting for the game clock to be reset.
In 39 seconds.
Alright, the game clock is now reset to 39 seconds, so play will resume. 2nd and 5 here for the Panthers on the Colonials' 39-yard line. Brian steps up.
And it is a long ball. And it is incomplete.
Dropped by the receiver.
Incomplete.
So there are 30 seconds remaining now, so it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Panthers here. Alright, because the clock stopped for an incompletion, the Panthers will go into a huddle here to decide what their next play will be.
And they still have 30 seconds left, so they can hit off a number of plays. So I wouldn't go too long. I'd go pretty short. QB is in shotgun.
Brian takes the snap, stays in the pocket.
And it is incomplete.
That pass too high for his receiver.
It's 4th down.
And it is 4th and 5. Let's see what they're going to do.
They gotta get a first down.
Looks like they're going to go for it. I mean, why not? With only 25 seconds remaining, you might as well do what you
If they
can.
don't get this, their momentum is over, and it'll be PW's ball. Running, and it is incomplete for
A
number.
great ball thrown to the receiver, number 88,
Down to the Colonials.
Christian Morano. However, Morano just dropped it there, although it would have been a great catch down inside the red zone. The Colonials will now take over on downs here, throwing 39, but with only 20 seconds remaining until halftime,
If it were
they
me,
may
I
just
would
run
take
out
the knee.
clock.
But I don't know the coach, so I don't know what he's gonna do. What do you think they're gonna do? What play do you think they're gonna do?
All right, the Colonials appear to just be taking a knee on this, and they will head into halftime.
And I think that is a good idea.
All right, they take the knee, and it is now halftime.
Colonials 20.
Colonials 20, Panthers 0.
Gentlemen,
Right, and we're back with the second half here. All right, the Colonials are winning here 20-0, and the third quarter should be starting soon. This is a good sign for the Panthers. You know, if they're excited now, hopefully they can carry this energy into the second half and try and stage a comeback here.
I totally agree.
And the Colonials seem to be doing something similar, trying to hype themselves
and
up.
PW seems to be huddling up too. Talking their game plan, making sure they do this right.
All right, well, we'll just have to wait and see what
With
happens
1
here in the
minute
second
before
half.
the half starts, if the Colonials play the same way they played before, I think they could come out with a win.
I agree. I mean, it's totally possible. They're up 3 possessions here. We'll just have to see if they can continue to play well in the second half.
Definitely.
45 seconds until the start here.
And PW and Panthers came to go back to their line. For those of us who are just tuning in, it is 20-0 Colonials.
He works in sales.
I think their main rushing game is Dante Wilson with the most yards, even though he is the quarterback. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I think Kirk Bell had a strong first half. We'll definitely have to see. Both of them did. All right, let's see if the Colonials offense here in the second half can pick up where they left off.
We definitely should do this more often.
Oh, yeah?
We should definitely do this more often. And the Colonials seem to be for returning the kick. And returning the kick is Dante Wilson.
MJ's texting me right now. He wants to score.
Look at this line up here.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
And a very high
and,
kick, very short.
The Panthers here, a semi-onside kick. However, the Colonials recover it at their own 26.
And he is down at the 25-yard line.
Not exactly sure what they were trying to do there. They didn't seem to kick it very far, but they also kicked it high, so it could have been an onside kick. But either way, the Colonials get the ball.
On the 25-yard line.
All right, let's see if Quakertown made some adjustments.
Let's see if Quakertown made some adjustments here. Sorry, I just copied you.
Oh, I'm just talking like a football guy here.
All right, first and 10 here.
Trips left, one back set.
Wilson under center.
Trips left.
Takes the snap and hands it off to Bell, who doesn't seem to get anywhere. Second and 10. Again, the Panthers here, if I'm the Panthers, I'd fill the box. I mean, the Patriots really haven't passed it all with Dante Wilson as quarterback. So if I'm them, I really have to expect the run here, either from Wilson himself or Bell.
Well, if I were PW, I'd start throwing the ball because although the run game is strong, the other team, the Panthers, might be adapting to it.
I agree. I mean, if I'm PW, I think I run a play action here. The entire defense is selling out for the run. If you run a play action, then you roll out. There's bound to be a guy open downfield. After another run, it is now 3rd and 11 for the Colonials.
Trips right.
PW seems to be running a trips right now.
All right. Wilson hands it off to Bell,
a
who will
handoff.
not get
And
anywhere.
and a no yard gain.
Not a very good series to start the half.
All right, 3 and out to start the half. That's not a good sign for the Colonials. If either the Panthers have adjusted or the Colonials maybe just got a little bit cocky here. We're not sure. But this could definitely give the Panthers some momentum if they get the ball here and can drive down the field.
And the punt team is on the field. And Stephen Longo is kicking off.
All right, here's the snap from the long snapper. And nice punt by Longo back to midfield. And the returner takes it back out to the Colonial 42.
21.
31, that was Lynch on the tackle.
Terra on the carry.
Delbert Ross was the returner. Was the tackle?
Josh Lynch on the tackle.
John Lynch on the tackle.
All right, let's see what the Colonials can do here on defense, where the Panthers have
First
great
and 10,
field
Quakertown.
position. Ryan hands
it
it
is
off
a
to the
run,
back.
and
Oh, and the
he's
Colonials
stopped
rush into
behind
the
the
backfield
line.
and get a tackle for a loss.
You talk this time. You talk this next one.
Terra on the carry, but that was a drop for -3 yards. All right, Brian rolls out to his left, looks downfield, and completes the catch to his receiver, number 84.
Down
That's
to
Joe
the
Locke.
40-yard line.
But only back to about the original line of scrimmage. So this will be 3rd and 9 here for the Panthers.
3rd and 9.
And it is a handoff.
Oh, to the back, number 24, and he has yards to run to the 20 and finally brought down at the 16. That's a nice chunk play for the Panthers, who really needed something to get their offense going there.
I completely agree.
That carries by number 24, Christian Patrick. And for the first time today, the Panthers are inside the red zone. Let's see if they can convert here into points. Ryan takes a snap and hands it off to the running back. That's Tara,
It's a good 5 right there.
who gets about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Panthers here. All right, the Panthers coming up to the line of scrimmage here. Let's see what they have here on 2nd and 4. Quarterback takes a snap and hands it off to the running back, who gets a couple and is close to the first down marker.
3rd and 1.
The refs appear to be marking him short, so it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers here. All right, the Panthers are coming up here to the line of scrimmage. Patriots look like they're ready. Everything is close to the marker. No receivers out wide, not hiding what they're doing. And the Panthers rush it, and they score! The Panthers are into the end zone for the first time today with 7:14 remaining in the 3rd quarter. That touchdown was by the back, Tara. And this is a great response in the second half here for the Panthers. First points for them all day.
I think their momentum is going to start moving up now. Their attitude through the game is definitely
That
increased.
definitely shifted the momentum.
For the extra point.
This might be a wake-up call for the Patriots now, and let's see if they can bounce back on offense. But right now we're out here for the extra point attempt. This is the kicker, Ty Fosbenner, on to attempt the PAT.
And it is good.
All right, so it is now 20-7, still Colonials in the lead with 7:14 left in the 3rd quarter.
That was not a good exchange right
Not the best first drive for PW, but I think they can bounce back. Do you?
Iannarelli and Wilson deep for the Colonials. Out of bounds. Colonials will start on the 35-yard line. A legal procedure penalty against the Panthers.
carries 35.
Wilson under center, takes the snap, and hands it off to the back. That's a nice gain there, about 3 yards.
Bell on the carry.
That was Bell again on the carry, the running back.
3 yards, yep.
Kearns on the tackle. Second and 8.
All right, 2nd and 8 here for the Patriots.
3-2. Nice.
All right, and they take the snap, and a nice gain there for the Patriots to set up 3rd and short. Bell again on the carry. And this is now a manageable 3rd down.
Tackle by the Vinci.
3rd and 5 here, which is a lot more manageable.
I'd go hard count and try to draw them off sides.
Now the crowd now seems to be less into it than they were in the first half, which could be a bad sign for the Colonials. You always love to have the crowd rally behind you at a home game, and especially since tonight is the homecoming game.
George Rashino in motion across the formation. George Rashino back in motion.
Ooh, but they are stopped here on 3rd down. Not a good sign for the Colonials. They now have 2 3-and-outs here to start the second half.
Make sure they don't burn the place down.
Yeah.
Third on the tackle. Longer to kick. Deep. Sarah.
That's a good kick.
7.
Ooh, and the Panthers fumbled the punt,
Good coverage by
but they managed to jump back on top of it. Panthers will take over now.
Tackle was made by number 41.
41.
Not a good start.
All right, the Panthers will take over here on their own 16, 1st and 10. Let's see if they can continue the momentum that they built on their first drive in the second half where they scored a touchdown, or if they'll falter again. But again, this is a lot longer field than they had. Ooh, and a pre-snap penalty to start the drive. That's never a good sign. Seems to be false start, so it'll be 1st and 15 for them at their own 11.
St. Kennedy, young man.
Illegal procedure against the Quakertown Panthers.
All right, so the Panthers back it up here.
First and 15.
All right, the Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let me guess. Waggle left.
All right, Brian back to throw. And the catch is complete to his receiver.
Brian's pass complete.
He will gain about 3 yards on the play. Oh, wait, just kidding. He gains about 8 yards on that play, so that'll set up
Brian early on the
2nd and
tackle.
8.
Gugino.
So it's 2nd and 6.
Second down.
All right, so after that nice play, let's see what the Panthers can do here on 2nd down and 6. And here's the handoff. Ooh, and he has space to run to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, down to the 25, the 20, and he's going to go all the way. That's an 80-yard touchdown there by the back, Michael Terra. Man, this Panthers offense just seems to be rolling here in the second half, and the Colonials defense has no answer. That's an 80-yard run there, the longest play of the game.
Oh, come on, PW.
But after that amazing first half by the Colonials, suddenly this is a one-possession game.
Guess what they're going to run next series.
Again, great run by Terra, an 80-yard run right through the gaping hole. in between the tackles and down for a touchdown. On now for the extra point attempt are the Panthers. All right, and here's the snap. And the kick is good. So just like that, only a 6-point game after the Colonials led by 20 at halftime. Do the Colonials have an answer here in the second half after 2 quick scores by the Panthers? 4:23 remaining in the third quarter. So let's see what the Colonials can do here when they get the ball back.
PW really needs to step up their game. 2 easy scores, right? In the third quarter. This is a 1-score game.
All right, now here's the kickoff from their own 40-yard line. Let's see what the Colonials can do here on offense.
Gotta watch onside kick at some point from that.
All right, and another short kick by the Panthers. The Colonials receive it at the 25 and return it a couple yards out to the 29. 1st and 10 for the Colonials at their own 29 here. Let's see what they can do after their first 2 drives stalled.
Ball is returned by McLaughlin. 1st and 10 for the Colonials, 29-yard line.
And while the crowd is still here, the fans do not seem to be as hyper as they were in the first half when the Colonials were rolling. Let's see if the fans can get noisy again and support the home team here. All right, handoff, and Wilson keeps it and bounces it to the outside, but doesn't look like he can get anywhere. Good defense by the Panthers to contain Wilson on the outside on the quarterback run.
In my opinion, I don't think they should run anymore. They should definitely throw it. They've run it too much, and the defense is definitely adapted to the run.
And that was a loss there by the quarterback, Wilson, so it'll be 2nd and 11 here. Let's hope the Colonials offense can turn it around after a bad start to the second half.
5 yards of offense this quarter.
Oh no, and the snap fumbled by the Colonials quarterback. He appears to have jumped back on top of it, but that's a loss of 10 yards right there. Things are not looking good for the Colonials here in the second half.
I completely agree.
Let's hope they can turn it around. Otherwise,
30-19 on their own.
But if the Panthers keep it up, they're right back in this game. It's only a 6-point difference. So let's hope the Colonials can drive here and try and extend their lead again. Third and 19 here for the Colonials. Wilson takes the snap and hands it off. Oh, and he has some space to run. Oh, and a pass here to number 20, but it will not go anywhere.
Gonna have to punt it out.
And the Colonials will have to punt again after a third 3-and-out in the second half. They just really haven't done anything on offense since the first half. Their momentum has been shot.
I'd be stepping Longo with the punt.
Longo back at the 12. Let's see how far I can kick this punt. Nice punt by Longo. Punt out to the Panthers 44.
So that is
Alright, so let's see if the Colonials defense can step it up here. After allowing 2 touchdowns in the Panthers' first 2 drives of the second half, let's hope the Colonials defense can step up here and get the ball back to their offense so that they can get back to what they were doing in the first half.
I completely agree. As I said before, anything can happen in the game.
All right, Brian takes a snap for the Panthers and hands it off to the back, who again finds a hole and gains 10 right there. He'll move the chains again, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers, now in Colonials territory. Oh, correction, it'll be 2nd down and short here for the Panthers on the Colonials 47. 2nd and 1 here. Brian takes a snap and hands it off to the back, who finds another hole down to the 20-yard line before a hurdle of Patriots can finally bring him down.
Oh, it's a big game.
It seems like the Panthers here in the second half are just imposing their will on this Patriots defense, who has been unable to stop them here in the second half. This is not a good sign for the Colonials. Things are turning around here. Just over a minute remaining in the third quarter.
No, run up the middle.
Another run. Down to about the Patriots' 16-yard line. Second and 5 here with 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Brian takes a snap and hands off. And another hole down to the 5. Touchdown! That's number 84, Joe Locke, on the touchdown there. Great play by the Panthers. And just like that, it's a tie game with the extra point to come. Now, what has happened to the Patriots here in the second half?
That is 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter. The Patriots really need to up their game. If they play like they did in the first half, they knocked them out of the socks. But you have to take into account the Panthers are 6-2 and the Patriots are 1-7. So, I mean, anything can happen.
And here's the extra point attempt by the Panthers. Here's the snap, hold, and the kick is good. And just like that, the Panthers take the lead here, 21-20 in the third quarter. So that blocked extra point by the Patriots back in the second quarter proves to be crucial, after giving up 3 touchdowns in a row here to the Panthers.
How do you think the Patriots are going to come back from this? What do you think the coach is telling them on the sidelines?
Well, I think you really need to tell them, hey, you're still in this game. You did great first half. We just need to get back to what we were doing in the first half. You know, maybe make some adjustments. Maybe pass the ball. Bring on McLaughlin. He passed it a couple times. Wilson really hasn't passed it at all. So either get some play action going or just run it differently. They just need to do something different. Because after the first half, looks like the Panthers made the adjustments and are now completely stopping the Patriots' run game. All right, and here's the kickoff, and another short kick. The Patriots fielded at their own 32, but he is dropped right there. So the Patriots will take over, 1st and 10 on their own 33.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
McNally wants that ball over to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Colonials.
All right, the Colonials take the snap here, and Wilson hands it off to Bell.
Bell on the carry.
But as I was just saying, the Panthers are now expecting the run, and they're stopping it every time. The Patriots need to switch it up if they hope to have any success on offense here in the second half.
I completely agree. If you keep doing the same thing, they're going to catch on to it. And that's when you need to switch it up.
15 seconds left here in the third quarter, and the Patriots look like they might just run it out and wait until the fourth. We're coming up to the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds left. 2nd and 11 here for the Patriots.
This is the first time the Panthers have been in the lead.
Taken. And Wilson rolls out to his right and just decides to run it, and he'll get 3. So it'll be 3rd and 8. That's the end of the third quarter. It'll be 3rd and 8 to start the fourth.
Truly on the tackle. Third down, 7.
All right, so after a great first half for the Colonials where everything was going their way, the tables have turned. And now that third quarter was all Panthers. The Patriots offense did nothing, and neither did the defense. The Panthers offense just imposed their will on that Patriots defense. Now what can the Patriots do to bounce back here and make this a real football game in the fourth?
They need to, like, be better on defense. And keep their head in the game because they're only 1 point behind. And football is a big game of change. Everything's going to change.
They've got a spy on Dante as well.
3rd and 6 on their own 38. 3rd and 7. Sorry.
Kofi, how'd your kids do this year? What's that? How did your kids do this year?
Pretty good. Finished 500.
Great.
All right, now we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Patriots have the ball. 3rd and 8. Let's see what they can do here. Ooh, and Wilson dives after being pushed in the backfield. 4th down for the Patriots. They really just cannot get anything going here.
It wasn't Wilson.
What?
It wasn't Wilson.
All right, so Longo once again is out to punt here, and the Panthers offense, which was rolling in the third quarter, will get it back here in the fourth.
We haven't done anything right in the second half.
And a fake punt here. Longo's going to run it, but he will not get it. Not even close. The Panthers will now take over in great field position in Colonial territory.
I don't think that was a good call by the Patriots. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. Oh no, that's not. Never mind.
All 3 and outs.
What?
It was all 3 and outs, and then they just they had an 80-yard run.
First and 10 for the Panthers.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Panthers here on the Patriots' 37-yard line. Oh, and a great run there by the back. That was number 11, Mike Friel for the Panthers, who picks up the first down.
Carry was by Friel.
First down.
First down. Panthers.
Double win.
All right, another handoff, number 84 this time. And he finds a hole to the 15, to the 10, before finally, oh no, he's still going. Touchdown, Panthers! And just like that, after taking over in Patriots territory after the failed fake punt, the Panthers score. With still 11 minutes remaining in this game, the Panthers now go up 7 points with the extra point to come. Nothing is just going the Patriots' way here in the second half. They really need to get something going if they want to come back in this game.
I completely agree. They need to up their defense game.
The Panthers have clearly made the correct halftime adjustments, as they have now scored 4 consecutive touchdowns, while the Patriots have had 4 3-and-outs. And here's the extra point.
And it is good.
And the kick by Gavin Crossett is good. The Panthers now go up 28-20.
Colonials, not Patriots. We're agitated.
So the Colonials will now get the ball back. Let's see if they can do anything here on offense.
Let's see what kind of heart they have now.
Yeah, how about it, man?
Do they have anything left in them after giving up 4 consecutive touchdowns here?
We're still within one speed.
But again, thanks
Can
to
the
that
Patriots come
fantastic
back?
first half, they're still in this.
Can the
It's a
Colonials come back,
one-possession game.
or are they going like end up losing? What do you think?
In the middle there, in the middle of that.
All right, we're lining up for kickoff here. The Panthers will kick.
That's good. Let's see a good return here.
Wilson, the quarterback, back to return the kick.
Pretty good spot. Kick it right here. We're going to kick it right between the 20 and the 30. Between the 20 and 30. Look for it. Just dropping it right over.
All right, and the kick is caught, and he's returning it. A nice return here. And the return is out to the 32-yard line. A nice 20-yard return there for the Colonials. First and 10. All right. Right here, this is a crucial drive here. With only 10 minutes remaining here, they may not get many more drives after this. So we have to see if they can come back here in the second half and respond to this outburst of points by the Panthers here.
Trips left.
Trips left.
Wilson takes the snap and runs it himself, but
doesn't
loses
get
a
far.
yard on the carry. Not very good. Again, unless the Patriots can switch it up and complete a pass, the Panthers know what's coming. They know it's going to be a run. They're just stopping it. They're flooding the box here. Let's see if can the Colonials do anything here. All right, 2nd and 11 here for the Colonials. Wilson under center. Hands it off to Bell, who also has a hole. 50, 45, 40, down to the 35, the 30. And Bell gets it down to the 10-yard line of the Panthers. A great run by Bell to respond to the Panthers here. This is exactly what the offense needed.
That's exactly what they needed.
After 4 straight 3-and-outs by the Colonials here in the second half, they finally have life on offense. Let's see if they can convert into points here now that they have it inside the red zone. And that was a 60-yard run by Bell.
Very impressive. If the Colonials keep this up, they might win.
All right, 1st and goal here at the 10 for the Colonials. Let's see what they do. Wilson takes the snap and bounces it. And he gets up to about the 6-yard line. Nice one by Wilson there.
Wilson on the carry. Ball brings up to the 7-yard line.
All right, 2nd and 7 here for the Colonials. Wilson takes the snap, runs it to the left.
Dante Wilson has
And
the ball.
that's a nice run here. Down to the 3-yard line.
Down to 3.
3-yard line.
I would go for it.
There on the tackle. Along with Hurd.
And Larry McLaughlin seems to be coming on the field as the QB.
All right, let's see if the Colonials can convert here on 3rd and 3. Oh no, and they fumbled the snap. That's a lost opportunity there for the Colonials, whose drive will now stall. Ball is on the 8-yard line. And Longo's running out onto the field. It looks like they will kick a field goal here. But still, after that great run by Bell, you have to punch it in there. They've had nothing going, and then finally they get something going and cannot convert on 1st and goal.
Longo will attempt the field goal.
All right, Longo kicks it.
And the kick is good.
And the field goal is good. 28-23 Panthers here with 7:36 left in the 4th quarter. Although that is really not what the Colonials needed there. They still need a touchdown to get the lead in this game. Hopefully their defense will be able to make a stop here. All right, so what does the Colonials defense have to do here with when the Panthers have a ball to stop them? Because again, as great as that was for the Colonials to finally get something going on offense, that may have even been more momentum for the Panthers there, because after giving up a chunk play, they were able to stall the offense again. So I think this drive right here by the Panthers is key to see who has their momentum right now.
I completely agree.
Especially the way they're going 90 or they're going 40, doesn't matter. May as well try to get the ball.
I'll kick an onside kick out of them.
Oh, and an onside kick by the Colonials fails. The Panthers will take over at the Colonials' 48-yard line. But let's see if the Panthers can do anything here with great field position.
49-yard line.
All right, so the Panthers now have a 1st and 10 on the Colonials' 49-yard line with 7:35 left in the 4th quarter.
I thought their right tackle was moving a little bit there.
All right, and a nice play by the Panthers there to start this drive. Now, if I'm the Panthers, you have to eat up some clock here. With just over 7 minutes remaining, they can take up a lot of time here and not leave the Colonials much time at all to try and come back in this game.
Not enough, I guess. Another little dive. That's enough for a 1st.
And the Panthers pick up the 1st down on 2nd and short now.
Ball's on the 38.
Panthers now have the ball on the Colonials' 38-yard line.
If I were the Panthers, I'd be running the clock down. They're up, and they should be running the clock down.
Double wing set.
All right, 1st and 10 here.
And it's a run.
Brian takes the snap, and it's a run, and
it is a long run. He's up to the 20,
15,
the 10,
and finally pushed out of bounds at the 10. That was Michael Terra again on the run there. A nice pickup. And the Panthers are now inside the red zone. They have 1st and goal at the 10, so let's see if they can capitalize here after getting the great field position. Let's see if the Colonial defense can make a stand here inside their own 10. Ooh, and a nice run in space. And the Panthers get a touchdown there.
That is a Panthers touchdown.
And the crowd has now been completely taken out of this game. There are no fans cheering anymore because the Colonials haven't been able to do anything. And now there's the extra point attempt here.
The extra point. And it is good.
35-23 Panthers here. With 6:23 remaining in the fourth quarter, do the Colonials have enough time to score twice?
It all depends on the time. It all depends on how they run their plays. Because according to what's been going on, the Colonials have been running the ball a lot, and their throwing game isn't that good. So they have to figure out how to work this.
One thing's for sure, if the Colonials are going to have success here and get this comeback, they're going to have to be able to throw the ball. I mean, the run game has just, aside from that 160-yard run by Kirk Bell earlier on, they have not gotten anything going in the second half.
Except for that one run. And Dante Wilson, and Michael Ironelli out to return the kick.
All right, Panthers out here for the kickoff.
Well, it can't be an onside kick if they score and get an onside kick. You just can't give them the ball back. If they get the ball back, they're going to score.
All right, let's see. Shorter kick, and the Patriots are covered at the 30-yard line.
See, that's such a slick move because Larry will not run one back to the house. He can't break tackles or anything. He's only like a
Receiving that kickoff was Larry McLaughlin. And the Patriots will take over 1st and 10 on their own 31. And it's important to keep an eye on the clock here, you know. Only 6:18 left in this fourth quarter.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts. And for those of us who are just tuning in, it is 23-35 to the Panthers. 1st and 10 on 31. Larry McLaughlin in the shotgun. Motion in the backfield. And it is a throw. And it is a long throw.
Ooh, nearly
and
picked
it is
off
incomplete
there by the Panthers, but it falls incomplete.
I saw one, that's why I saw it.
Dangerous throw there, but thankfully it fell incomplete instead of an interception. 2nd and 10 now. All right, and Kirk Bell takes the handoff, but he will not get much. Just about back to the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard. 3rd down long here for the Colonials. Now, is this 4-down territory yet? Not with only 6 minutes remaining.
It all depends.
Ooh, and a fake there, but they will get dropped.
There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play, but for right now, that's a 10-yard loss for the Colonials on 3rd down.
Ironelli on the carry. Starts for a loss. Illegal procedure. Colonials. Decline.
19, actually.
Fourth and 19 now for the Colonials at their own 19. Not looking good.
They needed to complete this play in order for them to move on. And it is a deep ball, and it is incomplete.
So the Panthers will take over here.
What number is the quarterback?
With just over 5 minutes remaining, you have to imagine that if the Panthers score here, this is game over for the Colonials.
I definitely agree. With the amount of time they have left, it is, if they run the clock out, it is a definite win for the Panthers.
Because they declined the penalty, so it should have. There was no reset on that play for the down. That should have been fourth down. That's what their coach is freaking out about. It's like they declined the
And the
penalty,
Quakertown coach is now on the field.
There should have been a repeat of second down. That was actually third down.
And there seems to be some confusion on the field. The refs are deliberating.
Yeah, it should be.
It should be their ball.
And there seems to be a misconception on the field about what down it is.
Fourth down.
So it looks like the Colonials will now replay fourth down after some confusion over whether or not the penalty was declined.
It was right on your sheet there. It's like a.
It was Steven Asler. 18.
Yep. Yeah. I can't remember.
All right, the Colonials here will redo fourth and 19.
What's going on now?
Now we're running play.
And now there seems to be more confusion over whether or not there was a snap or whether or not the official even put the ball down. A lot of confusion here over this fourth down for the Colonials. And the officials are now conversing with the Colonial head coach. 5:11 here remaining in the game. And again, it will be fourth down and 19 for the Colonials.
All that. Just ask us. We know what's going on. Those guys get paid.
Quakertown takes over.
But now it appears that Quakertown has the ball, and they will take over first and 10 at the Colonial 19. Handoff.
Terra on the carry.
Number 11, Tara.
Tackled by Rukowski.
All right, the Patriots up to the line of scrimmage here. 2nd and 8 at the 17. Brian takes the snap and hands it off to the running back, who is in space, but will be stopped.
Rukowski on the tackle.
Did not get much there, if any, so it'll be 3rd down and long for the Panthers.
Below with Jake Welsh.
Unlikely a smart move, the Panthers do not seem to be any rush here to snap the ball, letting the play clock wind down, draining as much time off the clock as possible, so the Colonials will not have much time left. Brian takes the snap and hands it off, the running back, who gets about 5.
It's close, it's close.
Near the marker, but it appears the referees will mark him short. But the clock continues to tick with just over 3 minutes remaining here. And Quakertown will take a timeout here, letting the play clock wind all the way down. 3:04 left here, and the Panthers will have 4th and 1 at the Colonial 10-yard line.
The Panthers have definitely come back in this game from where they were standing in the first half. I don't know what their coach told them to do, but it's working.
All right, now 4th and 1 here. Panthers up to the line of scrimmage. Brad Bryan will take the snap and hands it off, and 81, who will get the first down. And it looks like the Colonials will call a timeout here to stop the clock with only 2:58 remaining.
Ball's on the 5.
1st and goal here on the 5-yard line for the Panthers. All right, they will take the snap and hand it off.
Okay, call timeout.
Hand off to Tara, who will get nowhere. But no timeout from the Colonials, and the clock will continue to tick with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game.
According to what's happening, I believe that the Panthers are going to win this game. But although 2 minutes might not sound like a lot, it is a lot of time in football. Anything can happen.
2nd and 4 now. Brian takes the handoff, gives it to the rep, who will not get much.
I don't know. I think they just want to get the hell out of here.
No, I am bizarre as to why the Colonials haven't called timeouts, or even on the last set of downs. They've just let the last 6 minutes drain off this clock. Why would they not have called timeouts to try and save time so that they can get the ball back and try and stage a comeback? It really does not make sense.
In my personal opinion, I think they just want to go home. But this is my personal opinion. I don't know what they're thinking.
And touchdown Panthers.
That is
their 6th touchdown of the half, and now in the second half, the Colonials have been outscored 42-3.
41, but we are waiting for the PAT.
Panthers are now attempting the extra point, but this has been an awful second half for the Colonials, only 3 points.
Whatever the coach of the Panthers told them to do, it's definitely working.
And the extra point is good, 42-23, with just over a minute remaining here in the game.
What can the Colonials do to
Not a great showing in the second half by the Colonials.
I don't know. I don't think there's much the Colonials can do to win this game.
I don't think so. I mean, with a minute 3 seconds left, and they have to score 3 touchdowns. There's
not enough time to score 3 touchdowns.
There's not.
Unless some miracle happens, I am pretty sure this game is gone to the Panthers. But this is football, and anything can happen, so wait and see.
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? That's right. Germans?
I want to say that, but no.
Don't say that. Stick to the script.
There is no spirit.
All right, now kickoff for the Panthers. And this is the Colonials' last chance. Let's see if they can do anything here. All right, and here's the kick. A shorter kick. And that kick goes out of bounds the second time tonight, so another penalty would be thrown for the out of bounds kick. The kicker is smartly kicking it away from Wilson, the return man. It would take a miracle here for the Colonials to come back.
Two hands, boy. Yeah, no kidding.
And this has definitely been a tale of 2 halves here. I mean, the Colonials got out to a 20-0 lead at halftime, and then in the second half they've been outscored 42-3 by the Panthers. Not a great showing for the Colonials here.
They're going to give you a nice cushion now. They're going to give you a nice cushion.
And a 9-yard run on first down for the Colonials, which sets up 2nd and 1 at the 44. 58 seconds left. Quarterback rolls out to the right and pass downfield, and it's intercepted. That's game over. Number 83 on the Panthers, Jacob Barnt, intercepts the Colonials, and this is game over.
This has been a terrible second half for the Colonials. Just terrible.
Really have not gotten anything going on the offense, and the Panthers just took advantage of it. 6 touchdowns here in 1 half.
And I assume the Panthers are just going to knee it.
They could, but at the same time, the Colonials have 3 timeouts. Let's see if they use them.
I doubt they'll use them because they think they know the game's over, but we never know. They ran the ball the entire time. That was not a good play.
Quakertown here lining up in victory formation, appearing to take a knee, and they do. And the clock will now run. Now the clock is winding down, 30 seconds left. And this will be another loss for the Colonials.
And the game is basically over.
All right. And that should do it after another kneel down. The Colonials will drop to 1-7, and the Panthers will improve to 7-2. And after a great
1 and
start
8,
for the
sorry.
Colonials in the first half, they've been completely outdone in the second half by the Panthers. Not great for the Colonials, especially here on homecoming night. Final score, 42-3, Quakertown Panthers over the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials.
Do you think the Colonials could have done anything better in the second half?
They could have passed the ball. I mean, they really didn't pass the ball at all. Not a great game by the Colonials.
They ran the ball too much, and then the Panthers knew they were going to run it, and then they just assumed. So we have to be prepared for the run. So
All right, this has been Caroline Kane and Jacob Kurtz announcing this game between the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials and the Quakertown Panthers. Final score, Panthers over Colonials, 42-23.
Signing off.
Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, welcome to the 2017 homecoming. Now introducing our homecoming court.
They're now introducing the homecoming court.
Okay. And our first skater is Jake Destoni and Sophie Koka.
First is Sophie Kolka and Jake Tassoni.
They look to be driving by on John Deere's here across the field.
Elliot Anderson and Bailey Bauer.
Now it's Elliot Anderson and Bailey Bauer.
Next is Nikki Elvins and Alex Chin.
Next is Nikki Elvins and Alexandra Chin.
Correction, Alexandra Chin.
Now it's Cole Rother and Maria Robinson.
Now it's Mario Robinson and Cole Walter.
And last is Kirk Bell and Taylor O'Brien.
And now last is Kirk Bell and Taylor O'Brien.
Now please welcome the freshman class as they dance to On Broadway from All That Jazz.
Now the freshman float is to All That Jazz from Broadway.
That is their float as they carry it across here.
The float does seem to look nice with lots of colors.
And the freshmen seem to be very excited here for the homecoming game, and the crowd seems to be feeding off of it. Great display here by the freshmen.
The freshmen seem to be dancing around in the front of their banner.
The freshmen are really dancing it out here. They're having fun for their float. This is their first float, but it seems to be pretty well done. The theme here is musicals, and as earlier stated, the freshmen did All That Jazz.
From Broadway. And now here comes the sophomore float. They're doing Grease.
Next, please welcome the sophomore class as they dance to We Go Together from Grease.
Oh, and the
Sophomore
sophomores
class
are
will
doing the
dance to We Go
classic
Together.
song We Go Together from the movie Grease. And they seem to have a choreographed dance here to their song. The crowd really seems to be enjoying this, as this is a recognizable song. getting screams here from the student section, as they seem to be really into this homecoming display by the sophomores.
The choreographed dance seems to be pretty good.
All right, and the sophomores will now go off, and the juniors will come on, who are doing Annie.
Lastly, please welcome the junior class as they dance to Hard Knock Life from Annie.
The juniors are dancing to Hard Knock Life from the film.
Classic song from a classic movie. And they even brought out brooms and rags here to complete their dance. And they even have their own Annie here, complete with a red curly wig. All right, now the juniors are done, so that concludes the float section.
And now we'd like to introduce our homecoming chorus. All right, first we have Sophie Copa, escorted by Jake Tassoni. Jake is the president of the Karaoke Club and Metaphysics Club. He is also a chairperson of the PWHS Minithon and the secretary of the steering committee. Jake hopes to further his education in cognitive science or psychology at Emory of the University of Richmond. Jake would like to thank his parents, all of his friends, his sister Josie, and his best friend Elliot for making the past 4 years so fun and entertaining. Sophie is the captain of the varsity field hockey team and is a player on the varsity lacrosse team. Next year she will be attending St. Joe's University for lacrosse. In college, Sophie wants to major in food marketing. Sophie would like to thank her family, teammates, coaches, and friends. Our next couple is Bailey Bauer, escorted by Elliot Anderson. Elliot is involved in many clubs at PW. He is the treasurer of the Spanish Club and a member of various other clubs like TSA and ADL. Elliot currently works at Starbucks, but in the future he aspires to pursue a degree in political science at the Amherst College or Northeastern University. Elliot would like to thank his mom, dad, and friends, especially Jake Tassoni, also known as the greatest guy he knows. Bailey spends her time as an officer of the RS Club and as a member of TSA and steering committee. She is not only involved in clubs, but is also on the girls' soccer and a member of the Ultimate Frisbee team. Next year, Bailey plans to attend the University of Pitt or the University of Delaware for pre-med. Bailey would like to thank her parents, sisters, and all her friends for being here for her throughout high school. Our next couple is Alex Chin, escorted by Nikki Elvis. Nikki is involved in a Latin club and an international cultural awareness club. After PW, he hopes to attend Westchester University to pursue a degree in French. In the future, Nikki wants to be a teacher or involved in intelligence diplomacy. Nikki would like to thank Mrs. Davidson and Mr. Blueball. Alex is part of the Latin Club and the International Cultural Awareness Club. In the future, she plans to major in biology at Arcadia University so she can use her degree to help as many people as she can. Alex would like to thank her insufferable friends, the people that voted for her, and all of the teachers who taught her at PW. Our next couple is Maria Robinson, escorted by Cole Walker. Cole is the co-president of the French Club, the vice president of GSA, and a talented Colonial player. Cole would join a sport if he actually had any athletic ability. So he just eats pizza instead. Cole hopes to pursue musical theater at New York University in order to prepare himself for a career as an actor, writer, or director. Cole would like to thank his supportive and loving family and friends, especially the Colonial players, for shaping him as a person. Maria is the president of the class of 2018. Aside from steering committee, she is involved in ADL, band, and the Colonial players. After PW, Maria aspires to attend the University of Pitt or FIT. She hopes to find a career that combines both creativity and people skills in the future. Maria would like to thank Miss Genevieve Bailey Bauer and all of her friends. Our last couple is Taylor O'Brien, escorted by Kirk Bell. Kirk is the captain of the varsity